ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, teeners, tweeners. This is Cornelius, Triple OG Gpaw. We're out here on the road rolling again. I need to clear up some questions that have been asked of me. Some folks have asked me, Gpaw, is this a show or what is this show about? What's your target audience? What do you hope to accomplish with this show? So, first off, another thing. If you're going to catfish, I can tell you where you can catfish. This is not a show about fishing. Even though I will be found going fishing, but this is a show about life. This is a show about my life, about me interacting in life, going out and doing things, and just touring places of interest. So here's what I need you to understand. I'm asking you to roll with me. I'm inviting you into my life, and I'm asking you to invite me into yours, and let me become a part of what you're interested in, what you do. You come in and check in on me, see what I bring to the table. So, first of all, when I ask you to come roll with me, I'm asking you to ride with me. I know nobody wants to ride and roll with strangers. So, let's not be strangers. Like the old saying in the barbershop, when it makes enemies, let's be friends. So, let's be friends. Let me introduce myself. First of all, I'm Cornelius Jerome Deshay the First. I am a Triple OG, just by virtue of the fact that I'm 67 years old. I've been around a long time. I have a lot of friends who came along with me, the guys I used to turn corners with in Compton, who are no longer here. So I'm blessed by God to still be here and be able to tell you that I'm Triple OG. That's a gangster about it. It's just my longevity and the grace that God has bestowed upon me. We know that the scriptures teach that you shall honor your mother and father, honor your parents in the Lord, that your days may be long upon the earth. And that is the first commandment with promise. The commandment was to honor your mother and father. The promise was that your days may be long upon this earth. So, my mama going to heaven. All the days of my life, I honor my mama. And I never cussed at her. I never disrespected my mama. And I thank God for giving me such a wonderful mama. But what I want to do today is take a stroll down memory lane. In the words of Lou Rawls, go hand me down my walking cane. Because I'm going to take me a stroll down memory lane. And in strolling down memory lane, hopefully I'll enlighten you as to who I am. I'll tell you where I came from. We're going to talk about what I like. We're going to talk about what I believe. First and foremost, let me explain this to you. Let me share this with you. I believe in Jesus Christ and Him crucified. I believe that He was born of a virgin, crucified on the cross, and raised on the third day, and is right now at this present time on the right hand of God making intercession for me. That's what I believe. And if there's someone who doesn't believe that, then I'm cool. Everybody makes their own peace with their higher power. And that's how I made mine. So that's where I'm at. And I thank God for all things. I thank God for my longevity. I thank God for me being Triple OG. See this young man right here sitting next to me? This young man is a king. And he's my stepson. His name is Lamar LaShawn Duff. And he's a real smart young man. Lamar is hard of hearing. He's not totally deaf. And we recently found out that he was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, which means that he's slowly losing his sight. But right now, on this show, Let me explain to you that Lamar is my cameraman. He's my electrician. He's my editor. He's my technical director. He's my sound man. Without him, there is no show. And I think that God showed his love to me by giving me a son like Lamar, by giving me Lamar for my son. Last year, I had back surgery. And I was just totally incapacitated, couldn't even get out of the bed, couldn't roll over left or right. And there was nobody there for me to care for me but my son right here. And I thank God for him. And God further showed me that my aspirations of getting the show off the ground could be fulfilled by allowing this young man to assist me. And he's not a dream pisser. A dream pisser is someone, when you start telling them your ideas, you start telling them your dreams, they start telling you why it won't work, why you're foolish for even trying that, why you want to do that. How many shows are out there? I don't care how many shows that are out there. All I care about is God loves me, I love God, and he said that my gifts was going to make a room for me, was going to make a way for me, and would bring me before bring me. If you be a master over a few things, God said he will make you a ruler over many. Thank God for his many blessings. I thank God for his mercy and his grace. And I thank God for my son, the young king, Lamar Duff. We're taking a stroll down memory lane. I'm going to take you back to where I started. My mommy brought us out here from Louisiana in 1963. And I'm going to share a poem with you regarding that migration. So, once again, in the words of New Ross, oh, hand me down my walking cane. Oh, hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna take me down memory lane. I shall always remember that joyous September 1963. I and my brothers, my sisters, and mother made our way to LA. From down south we all came. A fresh start was our claim. We knew not what would be in 1963. We left all of our toys, the dishes and pots, abandoned all and headed for Watts, Los Angeles, California, land of sunshine and trees. Yes, a westbound train brought us across the plains from Louisiana through Texas, left all that would vex us. New Mexico, Arizona, straight to California, land of sunshine and dreams. Sewers, canals, concrete streams, hustlers, players, lunch money crooks, maggots and faggots, and iceberg slim books. Clan, training in the mountains, waiting for opportunity. Police bust heads like fountains with utmost impunity. I was in Watson 65, 10 years old. I thought it was all the way live. And I got drunk on booty wine, a little black boy with a darkening mind. I was the baby boy, the runt of the litter. I became discreet and coy, mean and bitter. Crap shooters, gangsters, brick projects. Hungry babies with snotty noses, welfare checks, drive-bys, reckless gunfire. Duck down at the floor, toe the line and walk the wire. Police busting in the door. Big brother in jail, cause he liked to stay high. Mama work all day, at night she cry. Los Angeles, California, land of sunshine and dreams. I found plenty of sunshine and nightmares, it seems. When we finish this stroll down memory lane, I hope you'll have a better idea of who I am, and you'll be more comfortable in rolling with G-paw, getting in the car with G-paw. G-paw has been a nurse for about the last 29, 30 years, registered nurse. And it has been my pleasure and my privilege to be a caregiver for God's people. that nursing has taught me is that you must win your patient's trust if you want to be an effective nurse and interact with that patient and get down to what the true nature of the patient's condition is. Then you need to win that patient's trust. I want to win your trust because I want you to go to G-paw. I want you to like and subscribe, and I want you to tell your friends, tell your loved ones. G-paw is doing things. Here, used to live right here in the first unit here, and me and my family used to live right here in the first unit right here. 287, that's where we all lived. Me, Uncle Mike, Auntie Charlotte, Uncle Cookie, Uncle Pucker, we lived in this project. But this is only the second project that we lived in, because the first housing project that we lived in was Imperial Courts. So, since I've shown you Jordan Downs, I'm showing you Nicholson Garden. Let me go show you the first place I lived in when we got to California. The Imperial Courts projects. So, let's get out of the Nicholson Garden. These projects were called the Bricks. This is when we lived in the Bricks. These are the Bricks. These are the Bricks, Lamar.
No, it's not.
Hey man, don't be coming over here recording shit. Boy, I have to fuck you up.
She said, hey man, they come over here recording shit. We have to fuck you up. These are the Bricks. Get over here to Imperial Highway and we go to the Imperial Courts, which was the first place I ever lived when we got to California in 1963. That's the Imperial Courts rental office right here. And these projects are the Imperial Courts. We call these the PJs or the rejects. Going to the jets. They used to have big iron gates around the jets. They took all the old iron gates down. They got pretty trees. It looks much better without the iron gates. They had a penitentiary look about them when they had the iron gates. If you ever saw the movie Imperial Dreams, this is where they came in right here. Imperial Courts. All right. Imperial Courts Housing Project. The third door over there is the first place I lived when I came to these projects. Where that blue tarp is, that was my auntie Tit's apartment. My mama, with her 5 kids, moved in with Auntie Tit and stayed right there. The Jacks, the Rejects, the PJs. Imperial Courts. projects with barred windows. They got bars at the top, they got bars at the bottom. Every window is barred in these projects. When I was a boy, none of these windows have bars on them. But look right there, right there, look there. The Imperial Courts, Washington Empowerment Center, that's the gym. All these times we go basketball playing, and skate parties up in that gym. At one time, my whole family basically lived in these projects.
Well, the people there, they act rich and sedated. I was down so low, living in a hole with a mold and paying toll.
This first unit right here on the left, that one right there, 116. My big sister Cookie lived there for a long time. My sister cousin Shirley lived in 113. What's that 111? In any case, after my mommy lived with my auntie Ted for a little while, we got our first project unit ourselves. Right there where that big brown tin is, that was our unit right there. We used to live right there. The second one, that was ours. Yeah.
Some of them look like a crime. Oh, no.
And we moved from over here. This is the first place we lived if we didn't live with somebody else. But the first place was where Auntie Titty, the first one I showed you. Grape Street School, the first elementary school that I attended when I came to Los Angeles. Look, that's my old house right there. It's the first house I ever bought. That's my first house I ever bought, boy. Yeah. All right, we got everything. That was an old housing project called the Palm Lane Housing Project. It was single stories like the Aliso Village by Markham. Turn to the right. All that is the Martin Luther King Hospital campus. And all this whole campus was at one time the Palm Lane Housing Project. But look what they've done. Another example of gentrification. I had a great school teacher here, one of my greatest teachers of all time, Mr. Paul Ullum. Mr. Ullum taught math. Great teacher, Paul Ullum. Still around. He's my friend on Facebook. Compton Early College, 1612. Oh, they don't call it Willowbrook anymore. They call it Compton Early College. Wow. Probably still one of the best schools in Southern California. Otherwise, why would they call it Early College? Cool. On the left, Bentonville Davis Junior High School. This is the high school I came to when I left Markham Junior High School. When we first moved out of Watts into Compton, this is where we landed. Davis Junior High School. Of course, it's now Davis Middle School. But right down the street from Davis is the first house we lived in that my mama ever bought. 342 West Poplar Street. This is Davis, and it was a brand new school. I went to Davis the first year they opened it, and it was unheard of that the entire school was inside. There were no outside classes, no bungalows. It was carpeted, and it had air conditioning throughout the building. This school was named after the great black general, Benjamin O. Davis. And of course, the school mascot was the Davis Generals, Benjamin O. Davis Middle School. It was Benjamin O. Davis Junior High School when I went. Everybody came in through those two gates. Either way, that was security. And schools nowadays don't have that. And schools back then didn't have that. That's Davis Middle School. And I lived down the street, the first house my mama ever bought. The first of many houses, because she was an industrious woman. She was a hard worker, and she was doing things. The street looks so small now because so many cars are parked on the street. Back when we lived on this street, every house only had one or two cars. It wasn't like it is now where multi-generational families live in one home and they might have 5 or 6 cars for each house. So they'll have the driveway full of cars and everything out on the street near the house is occupied. And we used to play football in the street, and there were no cars out here like this. It was a different world. Okay, this is our old house right here, 340. Right here, this one, 342 West Poplar Street. 342. That was the first house my mama ever bought. Yep. Thank you, Lord. Get that monument in front, the courthouse, and that monument. You see that? Yeah, right there. Get it? This is kind of the library. I'm going to let you get the monument from the other side. Okay, that's the monument. So let's look at the monument. Boom, that's what we're talking about. All right. Big donut, you got it, big boy. Booyah. Go, get all, yeah. The school is over here, man.
I know, bro. I thought that.
No, this school.
Ah.
This is Dominguez High School. Dominguez High Dons. That's where your daddy went to school. Vegas High School. Thank you, Lord. That is old high school. Man, well, Dominguez High School, where I developed my love for the drama under the tutelage of Mrs. Lee Griffin, the best drama teacher, the best teacher I ever had, bar none. I was selected as Best Actor of the Year by my classmates for the year of 1973. After getting out of the Army, I came back to the Paul Robeson Players. I did 360 Degrees and numerous other plays there, but 360 Degrees is where I met and married my first wife. In the Paul Robeson Players, I met other folks who introduced me to Jamal Fanaka, and thereby I became a small part actor in two of his films, Penitentiary 1, Penitentiary 2. I did student films. I graduated from UCLA with a degree in theater. I graduated from Compton College with a degree in theater. I ended up becoming a nurse because I couldn't afford to feed my children. The children were coming too fast and the work was not. But all my kids are grown. So here I am, back doing what I love. Come on, ride with G-paw.
Up and over to the top.
Special thanks go out to Mr. Eddie Charles Goss for his sponsorship, for allowing us to use his wonderful music. Everybody, Eddie Charles Goss is a graduate of Jordan High School, class of 73, prolific musician, plays a horn and sings as well. And we just want to say thank you, Mr. Goss. You've been a blessing to us. By the way, Mr. Goss is a gifted Bible teacher as well. You can catch him, Eddie Charles Goss. Mr. Goss, we thank you.
When there was nobody else, didn't let me go through hard times by myself. Had my back, kept me on track. When my money pops, I'm coming back, girl. I'm up and over to the top. I can't stop till I reach the top. When I reach the top, my CD drops. I'm coming back for your love, girl. Oh yeah, I'm coming back for your love. Baby, don't you know, coming back for you, girl. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm coming back for your love. Oh yeah, coming back for you, girl. 'Cause you were there when there was nobody else to let me go through hard times by myself. You had my back, kept me on track. When my money drops, I'm coming back. Till I reach the top. When I reach the top, my CD drops. I'm coming back for your love, girl.